So I definitely want to remember this video, so it's gonna probably not be, it's probably gonna be kind of emotional. So there's this lady that I've been getting to know over the last few months, and she is super amazing. Every time I come in contact with her, I'm just blown away at how kind and how soft-hearted and soft-spoken and gentle she is, and loving. And today I was having a conversation with her, and just a little backstory on her. She and her family, actually, we were in a Nazi slave camp. She was like a child during the Holocaust, and she was a prisoner in one of the camps. And when I first heard that, it blew me away, because like looking at her and talking to her, you would never in a million years guess that she had been through something as horrible as that. And I'm blown away at the woman that she is every time I come in contact with her. And today she was talking to me and just told me some news. And her husband he's pretty sick, and she's also pretty sick. But I see him out and about, and whenever I see him out, I'll talk to him, and just built up a relationship with them. And she was telling me that she was at the doctor's, and they told her that she was going to have her hands and her feet amputated. And she said that just broke her. And she was telling me this story, and I was getting emotional, and she was getting teary-eyed. And she was like, I just prayed and prayed and prayed and wept and cried and prayed more. And she was like, I was talking to God about, like, she takes care of her husband, and she's like, well, what life is that, to be alive and not be able to care for others? And like, it just blew me away, just the story that she was telling me, and just how broken she was. And she's like, I was just praying, and I'm like, God, you need to do a miracle or take me out of this earth. Like, she's like, I can't be alive and not do anything, like, not take care of my husband and not take care of other people. Like, that's what she does. That's what she's, that's her calling in life. And she just felt like it was the end of the world. And God offered her an alternative to getting her hands and feet amputated. And that was I guess there's this machine that kind of shakes you, and I don't know what the purpose of it does, but all she said was it was an alternative to getting her hands and feet amputated. And she said, like, it makes me a little sick, and whatever, but she said that she's so thankful for the alternative that God gave her. She's like, it wasn't a complete healing like I asked for, but she said it was an answer to prayer. And just her whole attitude, and she was so thankful to have this opportunity, to go through this special treatment, even though it wasn't like God was like, you are completely healed. Like, he gave her an alternative, and she was just so thankful, even though it just makes her feel awful. She was so thankful. And I just like look at her and I'm blown away. I'm like, how do you go through what you go through as a child? And there was just other horrible things that have happened to her, and like, how do you go through all of that and not be bitter and not be, just mad and hurt? And just talking to her just blows my mind. I'm like, I want to be like that. I don't want to, be upset over stupid stuff like that. And, like, even though she's gone through a lot of horrible things, like, every interaction I have with her is never depressing. It's always uplifting, even if things are poopy in her life. Like, she is always thanking God, and, she's like, God has answered so many prayers, delivered me from that camp, and, given her this chance to keep her hands and her feet, and it just blows me away. And every time I think of her and hear the stories that she tells me, I always think of Romans 12:12, where it says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. And she emulates that with every ounce of her being. Every time I interact with her, like, yes, there's crummy things that go on in her life, but God is still worth praising, and he is still good, and he is still glorious. And it's kind of been a theme, like, even if God doesn't do anything for me other than, the gift of salvation, like, that would be enough, and he wouldn't have to answer any prayers. And my old youth pastor, Sean, said that during Sunday school, and that like stuck with me, like, and that's how she lives her life. Like, every day is the best day of her life, and because it's like another day, to be with people and to serve people and to love people and to show people who God is. And she's so open about it, whether she's at the grocery store, out in public, wherever. She is always giving people perspective and, take a look at your life. Like, these are all the blessings. Yes, life sucks sometimes. Yeah, life is crummy and it hurts, and we don't understand why things happen and all that. But she's like, she always is there to offer perspective. And I just wanted to share that. And it's not like a devotional or anything, but that's what's been on my mind today. And I definitely want to remember the conversation I had with her, and just, she's so incredible. And I don't know, she's one of the sweetest elderly ladies I have ever met. And every time I get to see her, she's always like, hi Alicia, I've been praying for you. And I'm like, I've been praying for you too. And it's just so special. But anyway, be thankful for what you do have, not for what you don't have, or, for whatever. Just be grateful, be thankful, give God glory in every circumstance, because he's worth it and he deserves it. And yeah, I'm like emotionally drained from today, and just thinking about that all day. Like, I haven't been able to think about anything else except for that. And it's also been a really uplifting day just talking to her. It's weird how you can have draining and uplifting, but I'm like, I guess I'm just like overwhelmed by her attitude, and I want to be like that. That's the kind of attitude I want to have. And anyway, It is the 18th of January. It's also Eric and my 2.5 year dating anniversary. We've been together 2.5 years, and we've been talking for almost 3. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I'm really thankful for him. And I'm thankful for my cat, who is super cute. He's a turd. But anyway, it's time to go to bed. So, see ya tomorrow.